What's good, y'all? So I haven't made a health video in a while, mainly because health is kind of like my wintertime hobby. Of course, health is very important throughout the entire year, but wintertime is like when I have to like replace my time that I usually spend sitting out in the sun and just letting the sun, heal me and fuel my melanin. It's like I have to come back inside and be just as productive with my time. So that's when I really get deep into my spiritual stuff. That's when I get deep into my health things. And, quick disclaimer, it's like I'm not a professional, I'm not a health practitioner, I'm not even a holistic healer guru person. I'm just a dude sitting in the class, and when the teacher said, "Is there something that you want to share with the class?" I'm like, "Yes, actually about 15 minutes worth of stuff if you don't mind." Let me get my notes together. Here we go. You understand? That's just how I get down. All right. Health is very important to me. And when someone that's been so stubborn seems to just show me a glimpse of light, it motivates me to want to talk about health. When you seem like you're ready to listen and I tell you what you need to do and you sound like you're game, of course, you got to prove that to me, though. I'm talking to you. You got to prove that to me. Show me that you're willing to put in the effort to get your health back on track. When people have, this is just like broadly now, when people have that little health scare, that's when they want to take health seriously. When your body's been sending you signals this entire time. Hey, you got an achy joint. Your chest hurt a little bit. You've been a little bit lightheaded. I've been dizzy. I've been nauseous. My toe's been hurting for a long time. That's your body sending you signals saying, hey, something's wrong with, and I need you to give me the stuff I need to fix myself. And y'all keep running to these inorganic things, aka these drugs. Why do you think it's stuff? We have health food stores. Think about this real quick. Health food stores. And then we got the Food and Drug Association. Health, food, drug. They went on the other side of the spectrum where food is in the middle. But on this side, food makes them money. Drugs make them money. On this side, food makes you, that's why they say wealth is health. Food gives you health, and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? It gives you health. It brings you back. But what you don't understand, some of y'all, especially the older generations, y'all think the man on the TV is your friend. The man on the TV is bought. They're already bought. This isn't conspiracy. They're bought already. And I had this like random pivot, but I had this little bit of a thought where I was like looking and I was like, why are all these politicians always reading all of these things that can make a drastic effect? Why are they always reading? I propose that we do a $2.7 quadrillion bill. This will impact the military spending, the pharmaceutical company, the Food and Drug Association, and it will help Tom. Who's Tom? Don't talk about Tom. Okay, and this will help the country well, and you'll be very patriotic if you pass this bill. Don't y'all find it strange that they have to read it? If they were really about it, like I am, I have a few notes here because I'm spitting out some information I don't 100% know about. But it's like, if these were the true politicians that are here to be public service, number one, why do they have net worths of millions of dollars? Since when is a servant paid more than the people he's serving? Think about that real quick. And you talk about corruption. Okay? Anyway, let's talk about some stuff real quick. Let's get back to it. Western medicine is here to treat symptoms. They make all of their money off of treating things. They would make significantly less money if they cured you. If they cured you, they can only charge you one time. And they can only charge you within a certain amount. So it's like, okay, cool, well, here you go. And then they never see you again. The reason why I'm wearing glasses, I truly do believe that the eyeglass industry has, or like the ophthalmologist industry, whatever, the eye doctors have failed in their job to cure your sight. But you keep on coming back for glasses every year, every 2 years. So that's just money. That's a consistent flow of income. These are businesses. They are here to make money and they have to make their stakeholders happy. How do you do that? You make more money. How do you make more money? You make people want your product, aka advertisement. And don't worry, the news is the advertisement right now. The government is the advertisement right now for your health and your freedom. It's like that's what they are right now. You understand? So when you hear these puppets talking, ignore them. Or dig a little bit deeper into why they're pushing for what they're pushing. And all you gotta do is follow the money. What you don't understand is they are masters of deception. Number one, they use certain frequencies and commercials to correlate with the whatever that they're trying to push. They use different colors, just like the food. When you see McDonald's, Wendy's, Sonic, they use a lot of reds, a lot of yellows, and the whole spectrum of your body. These are the lower vibrations. These are the lower levels, the lower chakras, your lower self that is still fear-based, still fight or flight, still has that sense of, am I making the right decision? When you get in the higher self, you see through this stuff. You're higher. You can see it from a different perspective. You can see the game from a higher perspective. You can see the game from the top-down view. But when you're still looking up at these powerful people telling you to do stuff, oh, that's the new thing? I need to be cured of that? Give me the cure. Please, 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 sir, I want more. That's what y'all look like. That's what y'all look like. And they keep on saying, yep, come on. But the crazy thing that they do is not necessarily them, but society, who's partially run by Big Pharma, is like they point you, look at those drug dealers over there. Look at them with their pants sagging and their big chains. And look at that, how he just gave him the drugs like that. And look how terrible. Look over there. Look at what he's doing to you. Yeah, look at all that. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, they're just pickpocketing you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the bad guy over there. Meanwhile, they're the kings. They've mastered this. The art of war is when you're close, appear far. When you're far, appear close. When they're far away, they're right behind you, going right into your wallet and be like, yep, so your insurance card, we need that, And yeah, we'll schedule another follow-up visit. Come on here. I know I said that you only need that aspirin, but I'm going to give you primethylologine. Here you go. I need that. And also, actually, you know what? Just give me that 20 because, you might need a surgery, but we're going to put you in physical therapy before the surgery. Then after your surgery, we're going to put you back in physical therapy. So we're just going to take that too. You see, that's what they're doing to you. But they say, look at him. Instead of the fiends wrapped around the block, like rappers talk about, y'all sitting in the waiting room. That's what y'all doing. At least the dude from around the block, he knows this stuff can kill you, but he just wants his quick 10 spot, his quick 20 spot. Cool, and you out. These people gonna have you sit there, then you have to talk to this person, then you have to talk to the tech, then you have to talk to this person, then you have to make sure your insurance works, then you can't even walk in the building if you don't have the insurance. Then someone close to me just shared the story, they had to pay something hundreds of dollars for a 30-minute visit where the dude didn't even do nothing. He just talked to her, and you getting paid $800. Y'all don't see how insurance helps the Big Pharma, and they just in their own little loop, and they just suck you into it, and they make you addicted. You know what do the drug users or drug dealers on the corner do? They give you a tester. Hey, yo, bro, I got this new pill. It's fire, bro. Hold on. Let me give you all this new pill. Hold up. It's pistachio. Hey, yo, you take this, bro. Yo, you gonna be floating, dog. Like, you gonna be running. You gonna be lifting refrigerators on your back while riding the bike. If you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you take this, try it. You try it, they get you hooked. And they be like, yo, bro, I need more of that. Yo, give me some of those. Give me some of those. Yo, I got you, pimp. Here you go. I'll give you a little double. Mad simple. Tell your friends about it. You understand? That's how they get down. What's Big Pharma do? They do the same stuff. They just do it on a more drastic scale. Well, I'm qualified to give you these random chemicals that your organic body cannot actually process correctly. That's why you have all these side effects. Yes, you came to me for depression. I gave you this pill. I gave you this plastic bottle cap and you took it. Now you're telling me that your stomach, you developed ulcers. Oh, well, I can give you this. That's for the ulcers. Oh, wow, now that you're taking the ulcer medicine, your blood is clotting? Oh, well, we have a blood thinner for that. And that's how they get you. They give you testers, but their testers give you more problems. And they just treat the problem over and over and over and over and over. Last quick little example before I get into the heavy hitter. This vaccination thing, this whole little scam that's going, this scamdemic, this plandemic, all this type of stuff, all the words that they're using. It's like, first of all, do you not understand how much emotion that they are evoking out of people? This is a war against the unvaccinated. We are literally at civil war right now. Do y'all not realize this? We're at civil war, a war against the unvaccinated. It's like, yo, bro, hold up. That don't make no type of sense. So you won't get on live television to your country. You gonna tell them that, but you ain't gonna tell them about the 18-year-old that had a heart attack. You ain't gonna tell them about the woman that woke up paralyzed right after getting the vaccine. You ain't gonna talk about how Israel is getting bombarded with vaccinated illnesses. 100% fully vaccinated, the most vaccinated country in the world, still having all these issues, and you still want to blame it on the person that's not wearing a mask. You do realize the mask is part of a ritual, right? Like, I'm not trying to get all spiritual and hippy dippy on y'all, but it's part of a ritual. These masks, y'all wearing t-shirts on your face. You're wearing, like, how do you keep mosquitoes out of your backyard? It's most definitely not a chain link fence. That's what your masks are. These particles of this virus are what they say micrometers, nanometers small. That's 10 to the negative sixth. Take a dollar and move the decimal back and back and back and back. It's microscopic. The pores in your mask and these t-shirts and whatever, they fly right on through like mosquitoes in a chain link fence. The mask does nothing. But keep on believing it and keep on wearing your face diapers if you want to. Nevertheless, last example I want to give y'all and just really make y'all wonder what's going on. And I've talked about some of these things before, but I learned an interesting fact today that I Googled and it was there. So, go do your own research and, provide your information to the world. Go find the truth. You're talking to a truth seeker here. So I'm always going to find the truth. If you come up on the news and tell me something, I know it's a lie or it's definitely not 100% true. So nevertheless, what you need to understand is we are in a Cold War right now. I truly do believe we're in a Cold War. Everyone's gearing up. It looks like we're gonna, like Cuban Missile Crisis type stuff. We're lining up. They're making bombs. We're training troops. We're bringing in this and that. Afghanistan. Oh, we've been talking about Afghanistan for how long? We've been talking about Afghanistan since I've been in like freaking elementary school. Like, God, when is that gonna be over? When is that story when are they gonna stop replaying that story over and over? Anyway, it's like we are in a Cold War, and I feel like it's like some people say China's underwater, but they still making some moves regardless. They move into central bank digital currencies, which is going to start coming over to this world, to our world. It's already happening. Cryptocurrency is new, but anyway, I'm getting way off topic. Why is it, and I wrote this one down just to make sure, y'all don't find this strange that Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company, told the governments to put up sovereign assets like military bases, federal bank reserves, and what's this other one that I can't read my own handwriting? Embassy buildings. What does a pharmaceutical company need with these types of buildings? If they don't dish out the vaccines in a certain time, if these governments don't dish out the proper quantity and in the exact method or something like that, they use words there that I don't quite understand. It's like if they don't dish them out in a certain method, these things are put up as collateral. Military bases? Why would why would a pharmaceutical company even ask for a military base? That just doesn't even make sense. Like, you big pharmas, sell your pills, your multicolored pills with your little jingles with happy people when you're talking about death and disease. That's how they set up their commercials. Hey guys, they got people partying in the background, having mad fun. Yay! By the way, are you feeling like you're about to die tomorrow? You're having problems breathing? Well, blah, 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 will help you with this problem. It's like, what? What's going on here? You understand? But that doesn't make you think enough. Why is it that there are 70 members on the Pfizer board of investors that are from the Communist Party of China, the Chinese Communist Party? 70 of them on the board of Pfizer, this multi-billion, if not trillion-dollar company industry, and you have the Communist Party of China pushing out these things. I'm going to leave you with that. Go do your Googles, go do your research. You're going to start to really realize what's going on in this world. And I know I've already been on that was my rant section. I'm keeping myself organized. Let's get to the cures. Diabetes means that your pancreas doesn't work as well as it should be, especially if you're jabbing yourself with insulin. Now, I do not know about type 1 diabetes when you're born with it, but I'm more so talking about the type 2, the one that develops based off of all the sugar that we've been eating that's in all of our foods. Your poor dietary choices, your lack of exercise, your lack of just being outside, your stagnant nature. When water sits still, it grows algae. The algae gets rid of all the oxygen in the water, which kills everything in it. So when water doesn't move, it dies. We are made of predominantly water. We are supposed to be moving, but since we are very complicated, and advanced, I have a video about that, organic beings, we need organic things to fuel this system. But a lot of these pills are not organic. They might have like a sunflower leaf in there, but then they put some random little chemical in there and messed it all the way up. So instead of jabbing yourself for the rest of your life with insulin, you're literally looking like a drug user by injecting yourself. Try this out. There's two things that Layla Africa talked about. And once again, this entire video will be in the description below. If you want to go hear it from the horse's mouth with that VHS quality, I love that stuff. Go check it out there, okay? Vanadyl sulfate. Well, vanadyl sulfate, and I actually have them right here. Vanadyl sulfate they're going to be backwards, but nevertheless. And chromium. You can get these from any health food store. I only bought these just to say how easy it is to find it. Just go to the store, boom, there you go. He said within about 4 to 6 months, if you take these and obviously aid this by changing up your dietary choices, paying attention to what has all the sugar in it, and he has the video called Sugar Demon. I will be making videos about that information later on in down the line. But with this, if you take these things, it's going to help you. What it does is it gets you off the insulin. It helps heal your pancreas. These are the two things that are the main ones that you can need. Now, if you want to help this even more, and I have this because I sent this to the people that needed the information. It's like there's a herbal recipe that can do just as much, if not better. You know, but it's like I recommend just in my thing, use both. Take the supplements, okay? Take the supplements as directed on the label, okay? And then, like, you know, instead of coffee in the morning, because half of y'all you are setting yourselves up with a drug. You're pretty much waking and baking every single morning with the caffeine and the sugar. Okay, that's all you're doing. Some of y'all don't even like coffee. You like the sugar, but then the caffeine is what helps you. I heard someone in my family say coffee doesn't affect me. It does. You might be calmer about it, but go check out your organs and how hard they're working for no reason. What you are doing is you're setting yourself up with an energy high when you put your caffeine and your sugars together in your coffee. Just switch this out. Instead of your coffee, drink this tea recipe. So let me break down the rest of the ingredients, and then we're going to go for it. Okay, bilberry, which also goes by huckleberry. Excuse me. It gets you off of the insulin and helps repair the pancreas, kind of like the vanadyl sulfate. Okay. The chickweed is the next one. Chickweed. So we talked about bilberry, which also goes by huckleberry. Then we got chickweed. Chickweed gets rid of the craving for sugar. What y'all don't understand is y'all are addicted to sugar. Okay? Sugar sends off a lot of dopamine where your brain is like, sure, we have a complicated system, but it's very simple. It has simple programming. Hey, what's that thing that gave me that? Oh, that? Yeah, keep eating that and eat it around the same time every morning. So a lot of people, when they say that they're cranky when they don't have their coffee in the morning, their sugar bean soup. That's all coffee is. It's a coffee bean and water. That's the definition of soup. You know, your caffeinated bean soup. It's like they're going through withdrawal symptoms. Okay, and that's what you're craving for, this caffeine and the sugar does for you, and that's what you need the chickweed for. It eliminates the craving altogether. Okay, or it helps. Of course, it's going to taper off, but you have to help the process. Okay, next is golden seal, which creates, I believe he was saying inulin or imulin. I can't remember, but it's close to one of those, which is the precursor for insulin. Go ahead and do your Googles. I did this earlier. This is a text I typed up to somebody. So go do your Googles and figure that out. Go watch the video. He explains it a lot better than me. All right. Then there's St. John wort, which aids with the withdrawal symptoms, kind of similar to what I was just talking about, aids with the withdrawal symptoms from the sugar. So when you stop eating your sugar, and typically you get all antsy, you'll get agitated, you know, you be like, yo, man, I just want a cookie, bro. You're literally scratching yourself like a crackhead when it comes to cookies and cotton candy and all that type of stuff. There's a video, an episode of King of the Hill where Bill Dauterive, if y'all watch King of the Hill, the fat dude, he's like the fat friend that's always eating, but he has all these health problems because he has sugar spikes, sugar highs. Well, if you avoid the sugar, you won't have sugar spikes and you won't have to keep testing your blood over and over. Once you start to learn what sugar does to us and how many things that it's in your food, it's in your tobacco, it's in your alcohol, it's in your candy, your chewing gum. You know, it's in everything. Even some water brands put sugar in the water. That's how serious this gets, because it gets you hooked to the food. And the Food and Drug Association approves this type of stuff. Or you can call it sugar-free if you don't have sugar in it. Or was it sucrose, I believe? If you don't have sugar or sucrose, they can call it sugar-free. But if they have things like aspartame, which is explained in the video, which is why I always talk about it, aspartame from your Sweet and Lows, your Splendas, your dextrose, your Splenda Sweet and Lows, what's the other one? Like Equal, any other stuff like that, your NutraSweet, all that doesn't do anything for you. And a lot of it is carcinogenic. Okay? All right, so, and then that's St. John's wort. Cool. So, there's something else I forgot to write down, but it was saying that if you have an intense sugar craving, you have a yeast infection, because the yeast that naturally occurs in your body, feeds off of sugar. But when you're having like that excess, you have an infection. That yeast is expanded too much, and there's too much of it. And they say, "Yo, give us that sugar, give us, come, give it to us." You have an infection. So something else I've been talking about is Pau d'Arco, P-A-U-D'-A-R-C-O, Pau d'Arco. This is something that also has antiviral properties. You can use that to help with your yeast infection. So if you tailor down the yeast that are making you have this craving mixed with all this other stuff, you're gonna be good. But I don't know the efficacy of this type of stuff if you continue eating the way that you do. You understand? A lot of these people want the cure, but they don't want to change their ways. That's what your ways is what got you here in the first place. You have to help the medicine help you. Help me help you. So we're going to go over this one quick time. Vanadyl sulfate and chromium. Very easy to get. Okay? You can also get the bilberry, the golden seal, and the St. John's wort in pill and capsule form very easily. At least at the health food store I went to, I could not find chickweed, I believe. So I always recommend there's like Mountain Rose Herbs, something like that. They sell a bunch of herbs. Go check them out. I haven't looked at this yet because I've been busy doing other stuff, but I'm just throwing out the information for y'all. Okay? So that's what's going on here. So vanadyl sulfate, chromium. Okay? That's the supplement version. If you want to get completely herbal and holistic with it, the tea. Make this as a tea. That's my recommendation anyway. Bilberry, which also goes by huckleberry, chickweed, golden seal, St. John's wort. Now the recipe, pretty much just remember 4-1-1-1. Okay, he talks about 2 for the chickweed. If you have a severe craving, then do 2 tablespoons. But 4 tablespoons of bilberry, 1 or 2, depending on how bad your cravings are, of the chickweed, teaspoons of everything, of the golden seal, 1 teaspoon of the St. John's wort. Okay. And then, like, you could take the Pau d'Arco in the tea form as well, or just take the supplements. I have those. I think I showed them off in a couple of videos. And then there's something like glycerin. If you still have that sweet tooth, I think it was glycerin, something like that. You'll see it in the video if you go watch it. It's almost like a true sweetener that just is here to help you. You know what I'm saying? So you can sprinkle that on your cereal. You can put that in your oatmeal, stuff like that. If you also something I got my parents on, my family on, agave syrup. If you need a substitute for syrups and sugar, try agave syrup. That's something I got for Dr. Sebi, okay? Or Sebi. I've heard people pronounce it either way. Either way, this was a long video, but hopefully you learned something about this. Hopefully you learned that health is actually a lot easier than you think. You don't need to know the details like the masters do. Even I don't know them. But the takeaways is what you need to run with. All right? So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you go and learn for yourself. Go listen to the horse's mouth. Go do your own research. Go listen to the masters talk about their stuff and go apply it in your life. There's no point sitting here learning all this type of stuff if you're not going to go watch it. If you're not going to go apply it to your life. And like I said about these attention spans, this is about 23-minute video. Most people didn't make it here, or they just skip to the end. You want to be healthy, but you want shortcuts. You taking shortcuts is what got you here in the first place. To the next one.